It's Freedom Friday, where we highlight an overcomer of addiction. Carrying the titles father, son, and intake coordinator for Project Hope, covering Florida, Texas, and Arkansas, this Northwest Florida man says he once described himself in a much different fashion. Stephen Husty lost his mother unexpectedly.
I was punishing myself for what happened to my mother, blaming myself for not being there to help protect her.
He says that guilt sent him into a decade of addiction.
I told myself that the streets is where you belong.
That's where he found himself sleeping while his son cried out for him and his father was forced to part with him.
I have to love you from a distance because I don't want to see you do this to yourself.
While that relationship withered, a relationship with his pastor grew.
He handed me an index card and he said, I want you to write a name on this card of somebody that you would like to see in this church.
Husty tucked that card away and allowed Project Hope to help him shake the roots of his addiction and believe in himself.
And don't believe otherwise, because that's just the addiction trying to tell you that you're not good enough.
But he was good enough.
Unbeknownst to me, my dad had moved to Texas to be closer to the VA over there. And he heard how good I was doing, and he reached out to me. And on my graduation day, he was in that church.
A prayer written on a card long ago answered.
You owe it to yourself to get your life right.
And there's no shame in getting the help you need to break the chains of addiction and reunite with family.
And every time we go everywhere and he sees his friends, he's like, hey, this is my dad. No matter how big the storm is in your life, there is a God that's bigger.
Husty now works to bring people off the streets and into recovery in 3 states as an intake coordinator. And you can read more about Project Hope on WJHG.com.